Hello! In this video I would like to show you how I made these 3 bracelets inspired by Cat Noir from Miraculous Ladybug. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If it's not, welcome back. These are bracelets for 18-inch doll size, so for example, American Girl, My Life As, and Our Generation. For these bracelets we are going to need elastic string. I like to use string that has a size of 0.5 millimeter and 0.019 inch. We are also going to need beads, and I don't remember where they're from, but as we go along with each bracelet I'll show them next to a ruler for sizes. And we will also need scissors to trim the string, and then later to trim off any excess string. And be careful with scissors because scissors are sharp. For our first bracelet we are going to need 30 green beads and 30 black beads, so 60 beads in total. And I've got a needle here just in case the green ones, like, I can't get the string through, because I noticed in some of them there was like kind of like a blockage of green paint on the inside. And I just want to say, if you do need to use a needle, be really careful with it because it's very sharp and pointy, and if it poke, it's an ouch. So just if you need to use a needle, just be really careful with it. I need to be really careful with it. But let's take a look at the bead sizes and then the string length. So I've got my ruler here, and I'm going to show you what they look like on the centimeter side because they're really tiny. So here is the green bead. Doesn't like to stand up on the side, but it's like right to here. And then this one is about to that line. They don't like to stand up. And then the string is, I've trimmed it to about, here, I'll turn over the ruler. It's like 8 inches, whoops. It's about 8 inches, 8 or 9, past the 6-inch mark on the ruler. So to create the pattern, we're gonna put on 3 of the green. So 2, 3, and then we're gonna put on 3, oops, 1, 2, 3 of the black ones. We're gonna repeat that. Do 3. Yep. See, here's one that the paint doesn't let the string go through. So what I'm going to do is I've got the bead right here, and then I'm going to very carefully poke in. Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen. That was just the that was just my what's it called? My tripod. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just very carefully, very lightly poke in. See, like that? And then it pokes the paint through where it didn't get put in properly so that you could use it as a bead. So now we're going to just put that one on, and it goes on perfectly fine. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 of the black beads, and then 1, 2, 3 of the green, and we'll just keep doing that. Whoops, I dropped it. 3 green, or black, 3 green, I wonder if that'll happen again with the paint. We'll need to use the needle again. I don't know. I just noticed when I was counting them out that there were some that I was like, oh, yep, I bet I'm gonna need to use the needle on that. And sometimes you can. Like, sometimes you can just, like, do that. Sometimes it's like, it's almost like, whoops, I need to bring this down a little bit. I was out of frame, I think. Sometimes it's like, it's almost like part of a bead gets, like, stuck in. Yeah, there's one that need to give it a little poke. So again, we'll just very carefully poke. And then we'll just stick it right on there. There we go. Oops. Yeah, sometimes it's like, it's almost like another bead gets stuck in there, and that is not easy to poke out with a needle. I don't even think I've ever been successful in poking those out with a needle, but if it's like paint that's still stuck in there and it didn't like get put in there properly, like manufactured wise, then you can just like poke it out with the needle. Here's 3 green, 3 black, and let's see where we're up to. So we need to have, need to have 10 groups of green. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to do this 3 more times. 1, 2, whoops! It's time for green. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then whoops. Let's see where we're at now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Look at that. I counted out too many of the black ones. That's okay. That is perfectly fine. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then the green. So I'm just gonna take all of these and put them back. I don't know why I did that. But there is our complete pattern. So now I'm going to show you how I tie them off. What I do is I take this side and this, and I take this side and I put it over the other side, and then I go under it, and then I pull it, and then I do it again. So this side over the other side, and then pull it under, and then you're gonna pull it. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to pull it really, really, really tight. Oh, look at that! I made an oopsie. I forgot the last 3 black beads. So hold on one second. Okay, this is a very good example. This is kind of one of those, like, what does Bob Ross say, like a happy accident? Because, you see how, like, I didn't pull very, very hard on the string, and, like, I was just able to easily pull that out? That is what you totally don't want. Because what you don't want is to, like, be putting it on your doll, and have it just go pew, and it just, like, completely come apart. And that is a really good example of like how tight you actually have to pull these. So we're gonna do this again. So there's the knot, and what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to pull it really, really, really tight, so that it almost feels like it's too tight. Like it seriously is gonna feel like it's really too tight, but it's not. What it's going to do is it's going to pull it tight enough so that when you put it on your doll, it doesn't come apart like it did just now. After you have tied off your bracelet and trimmed off the excess string, you have completed your first bracelet, which is inspired by Cat Noir. For the second bracelet, we are going to need 2 different kinds of green beads, and we're going to need 10 of each kind. And we're going to need 20 black beads. So this is 40 beads in total, and I'd like to show you in the container what the 2 different kinds of green beads look like. So one of them looks like that. They're kind of clear and you can like kind of almost see through them a little bit. They kind of almost look like glass. And then the other green beads look like this. And they're kind of like they're not see-through at all. They're almost like a matte, so like no shine, but they have a little bit of shine to them. So those are the 2 different kinds of beads, and they are the same size as the other kind of green beads that were in the first bracelet. So the size of the black beads, I'm going to show you what they look like next to the ruler. So that's what they look like next to the ruler. And for the string size, it's the same exact thing as the first bracelet. So for the pattern, we're going to start with a black bead. And then we're going to put on one of the ones that is like clear-ish. And then we're going to do another black bead. And then we're going to do one of the ones that is not see-through. One of the green beads that's not see-through, I mean. And I forgot to mention this when we were doing the first bracelet, but how I'm holding this. I'm holding one end with this hand and the other hand with this hand, and I'm stringing them on with this hand over here, so that when they fall down this little dip right here, I'm holding it so that it won't go off the other side. I forgot to mention that. So now that we've just done another black bead, we're going to do one of the ones that looks clear. Another black bead. One of the other. Oh, don't roll away. I've got one of them. Let's try to roll away. There we go. Okay. And a black bead. Clear green. Black. Not clear green. I'm going to use the one that just tried to roll away. Whoops. Black. Clear green. Or not, kind of clear looking. Black. These little green beads, they like to roll. There was another one that just tried to roll away. And then now we're gonna put on a clear one. Whoops. Black. Green. Black. green. And you're going to keep doing that until all of your beads are strung on. After you've tied off your bracelet string and trimmed off the excess, you will have completed the second bracelet. For the third bracelet, we're going to need 54 black beads, and these beads are going to be the same size of all of the green beads that we've used in the first and the second bracelet, and we're also going to need 3 green pony beads, and here they are. So we're going to, oh, and the string is the same size that we've been doing for all of the other bracelets. So we're going to string all of the 54 black beads on. Whoops. Yeah, so hold on. You don't want to watch me string 54 beads on. 1 second. Hello. So now I've got the 54 beads strung on, and you know, honestly, if I knew how to edit, I could have just, you know, sped that whole thing up, but I don't right now, and someday I'll learn how to edit, but you know, I didn't think anybody would want to watch me string 54 beads onto a bracelet. And if you did, I'm very sorry. But just in case you didn't, I turned off the camera, strung them all on, and now we've got 54 beads on. So now we're going to put these green pony beads on, and what this does is what I was thinking it could do is be kind of like a fidget bracelet. So you've got, you know, the beads over the beads that you can fidget with, and you know, you can move them around and fidget with them and play with them, and yeah, you've got a fidget bracelet. After you've tied off your bracelet string and trimmed off the excess, you will have completed the third bracelet inspired by Cat Noir, which can also be used as a fidget bracelet. This has been a tutorial on how to create 3 bracelets inspired by Cat Noir from Miraculous Ladybug. Now that we've completed our bracelets, it's time to put them on our doll. Time for a fashion show! Here is the first bracelet we made, inspired by Cat Noir, and I would like to show you what it looks like on our doll. So here's what it looks like on that hand, and then I would like to show you what it looks like on the other hand, because I know that, at least for American Girl, their hand molds are a little bit different. So here is, oops, sorry, I moved you a little bit. There is the other one on the other side. Or, sorry, this bracelet on the other hand was what I meant to say. And here is the second bracelet. And there's what it looks like. I think I was completely out of frame when I put that on. So here is the bracelet going on the hand. And there's what it looks like. And then go to the other hand. Got some hair in there. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's what it looks like on that hand. And here is the third one, the one with the little fidget beads. Oops. Dropped her hand. So here is what that looks like. And there beads are. You can fidget with beads. And here is what it looks like on the other hand. And you can fidget with it on that side too. Thank you very much for watching, and happy bracelet making!